class. Today we are doing Blue P2.4. Our instructions read, write the linear equation in slope-intercept form. Well, we know that slope-intercept form looks like this. Y equals mx plus b. Therefore, what we do is we isolate y. We move everything out of y's house, and therefore we will have the results of the slope-intercept form. So let's take a look. Here, we must move 1/4 x in order to isolate y. So instead of adding 1/4 x to y, we're going to subtract it from y's side and then subtract it from the other side. That's the inverse. And therefore, we're left with y is equal to, we will put negative 1/4 x minus 2/7. And that's in the y-intercept form. Okay, let's look at number 4. Number 4 reads, graph the linear equation using intercepts. Okay, so if we're going to use intercepts, then first we want to find out what the y-intercept is and what the x-intercept is. Okay, so in order to do that, the simplest way would be to make y 0, and that will isolate the x, make x 0, and that would isolate the y, because you know that the y-intercept would be 0 and whatever y is, and then the x-intercept would be x and y would be 0. Okay, so then let's take a look at this equation. We rewrite it 2x minus 3, and we replace y with 0 equals 12. This will isolate, this will eliminate the 3 here, so we're left with 2x equals 12. Then we divide both sides by 2, and x is equal to 6. So x is equal to 6, so our coordinates is 6, 0 for the x-intercept. So let's find 6, 2, 4, 6, and 0. So we're counting by 2's for each of our graph lines, okay? Now, let's isolate the y-intercept by plugging in 0 for 2. So we're going to rewrite 2x minus 3y equals 12. We're going to plug in 0 for x. All right, and so this is eliminated, so we're left with negative 3y equals 12. Divide both sides by negative 3, and y is equal to negative 4. So therefore, the coordinates would be 0, negative 4. So let's find negative 4, 2, 4. So we're at 0 for x, and then negative 4 for y. 2, 4, here we are, and therefore we connect our dots, and we have graphed using intercepts. Okay, now let's take a look at number 6. On number 6, it says you go shopping and buy 8 X shirts for $12 and Y jeans for $28. The total spent is $84. Write an equation in standard form that models how much money you spent. So let's try it again. X shirts for $12, Y jeans for $28. Okay, and you spent a total of $84. So in other words, we don't know how many shirts you bought, and we don't know how many jeans you bought, but we do know that the shirts were $12 each and that the jeans were $28 each. Okay, so 12 shirts at X amount, X number of shirts, plus jeans at $28 each, but together you spent $84. Okay, so it says write an equation in standard form that models how much money spent. Okay, and so there we are, 12x plus 28y equals 84. Now, it says graph the equation and and interpret the intercepts. Okay, so in order to graph this, we would need to find the y-intercept and find the x-intercept like we did up here. So let's do that. If we make our x 0, then that would isolate our y, so that we have 28y equals 84. Okay, and so therefore we are going to divide both sides by 28, and y is going to be equal to 3. Okay, now we're going to make our y 0. So 12x plus 28 times 0 equals 84. So then we're left with 12x is equal to 84. And therefore we divide both sides by 12, and x is equal to 7. Okay? All right, so now we know that for these coordinates, that is 0, 3, and for these coordinates, it's 7, 0. Okay, so now let's graph 0, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's count by twos, okay? 2, 3 here, and then 2, 4, 6, 7 here, okay? And then we graph our line. Now, it says, graph the equation and interpret the intercepts. Okay, now, because if we have 0, 3, 3 is our intercept, it lets us know that we can buy 3 pairs of jeans. But if we buy 3 pairs of jeans, we can't buy any shirts, okay? Now, when we look at our shirts at 7, 0, that means we can buy 7 shirts. But if we buy 7 shirts, we can't buy any pairs of jeans. So, 3 pairs of jeans, $84. 7 shirts, $84. That's what this means, okay? When y is 0, when we have no jeans, then we can get 7 shirts. When x is 0, when we have no shirts, then we can get 3 pairs of jeans, okay? That's how you interpret the intercepts. See you in the morning.